Mar and the rest of our excellent performers for making this such a great performance. I'd also like to thank Cabaret and the rest of our technical staff. They've been great. And of course, a special thank you for Lenny Provenzano, Mr. Nolan, that will see me about the house. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope to see you back next week and next year. No, not next week. And at this point, I would like to welcome to the stage somebody that most of you are familiar with. He's been a well-known and well-loved performer here many, many times. So please welcome Mr. Vincent Furnier.
Unlike most people, I will not be using the F word. I'm very reminiscent and nostalgic this year because this is Icon 20. And that means I've been to this damn thing 20 times. I started off as the annoying little kid that asked everybody questions, okay, at the first Icon. Is that Gene Roddenberry? Is that Isaac Asimov? Is that Gene Roddenberry? Is that Isaac Asimov? Is that Gene Roddenberry? Is that Isaac Asimov? Basically, I started working for the convention just to shut me up, okay? People were like, oh, why don't you go get Isaac Asimov coffee? Does he like coffee? Yeah. And I've been with the convention ever since. Matter of fact, I used to go to the Mud Cons, if anybody remembers those. Who remembers the Mud Cons? I am so damn old! But, you know, I remember the first Icon because I went around and I was looking for Gene Roddenberry. Okay? Now, I'm looking for him, I'm looking everywhere for him. You know, and I'm talking to this one guy about Star Trek, how great it is, and he's talking to me, and I went and looked for Gene Roddenberry, couldn't find him, saw the guy again, talked about Star Trek. It was like 2 or 3 weeks after the convention I realized the guy I was talking to was Gene Roddenberry. For some reason, he no longer looked like his picture from 1966. You know that picture where he's got the script and William Shatner's like this holding a script? And you know they hate each other? Okay? I didn't put it together. I couldn't. And this weekend, somebody asked me, you know, why do I continue coming back to Icon? And I like to say it's the camaraderie, it's the friends I've made. But I think it's my but I think it's my deep-seated fear of Harlan Ellison. I am scared spitless of Harlan Ellison. I first met Harlan Ellison, it was either at Icon or another convention, whose name we mentioned here, but I was like, I must have been like 13, 14 years old, and I had his book, Strange Wine, which was a collection of short stories. And I, more than anything, because I was a young writer, I had sent stories in Isaac Asimov magazine, thinking Isaac Asimov was going to write back to me. And I wanted to be a writer, and he was at the convention, he was signing books, and I wanted to get the book signed, and I wanted to rap with the man. I wanted to talk to him. And I stood online for 2.5 hours. It wound around the hotel, and I was finally there, face to face with him, and the whole 2.5 hours I thought, I want to say no, I'm going to say no, I'm going to talk about writing, I'm going to talk about technique, I'm going to ask him where he gets his ideas from. I got everything planned out, I know what I'm going to say, and then he was in front of me. Hey, what's your name? My mother goes, his name is John. Hi, John, how you doing? And he starts to look annoyed at me. Apparently, he doesn't understand mumbling. And he goes, do you like that book? What story do you like? And I couldn't say the name of the story. I couldn't say how it made me feel. I couldn't just turn to the page and say it was this story. I had to go, the one about the abortions that come to life in the sewer? Do you know the name of the story? And then he said something to me that I'll always remember. He said, fucking fanboys. Signed my book, and I was off on my merry way. And from that day, I was scared of Harlan Ellison. Then, years later, he was at the convention. The Splatterpunks were at the convention. Now, anybody remember what Splatterpunks were? Splatterpunks was a genre of horror writing, heavy on... and... no, don't laugh on that. But heavy on the gore, let's say. And they had I think it was 11 o'clock panel. Okay? In this one room, and Harlan was in the room before them. Harlan was in the room until 12:15. Okay? So they're waiting outside the room. Harlan's not out yet? Harlan's not out yet? We've got women, we've got booze, we've got hotel rooms. Bye! The Splatterpunks are out of there, and at 12:15 on the dot, and they hung around until about 12. So 12:15 on the dot, Harlan Ellison comes running out of the room because he just realized he was running over. And he comes running out of the room and he's like, where'd the Splatterpunks go? Where's Skip Inspector? Where's Scout? They had women, they had booze, they had hotel rooms. They left. Mom! Shit! And he went off on his merry way. This kid sees me and sees that I just talked to Harlan Ellison. And he comes running up to me and he goes, "Was that Harlan Ellison?"